Yo guys, Erebos Gaming HD, and this fight I'm gonna show you from start to finish with the rounds cut out, obviously the little waiting around, but I'll show you the whole fight because it is a remarkable fight. This guy, I've never seen a Joe Frazier character take as much punishment as this guy takes. It is unbelievable, and I'm not just gonna filter through it and to show the bits. You can see that it's basically just an ass whooping from start to finish, and credit to the guy, you know, he wasn't a bad fighter. He was playing, I worked out his game quite early on. His game was basically to, you know, work my body a little bit at the start, but mainly to back away, to make me just start throwing a lot wildly, and then he's going to back away and save his stamina up for the later rounds. I sort of worked that out about round 2, 3-ish. But at the start, obviously, everyone goes a little bit wild first round, and he got clipped there, but I can't seem to sort of get anything more from it, unfortunately, there. But, you know, he's holding up tight, he's keeping that guard up. I probably could go a little bit more at him, but I think, you know, he's probably still got a fair amount of stamina there. And I didn't get the critical stun anyway, so, you know, that was out of question. So at the moment I'm just sort of chasing him down. It's a weird situation to be in when you're Ali and someone's Frazier or somebody who's shorter and you're the one going forward. It's just against the play style of Ali. He's a back-footed fighter. He fights on the back foot, you know, the old the Ali shuffle and all that. So he's playing the right fight, really. He's making me get out of the comfort zone of my character, and that's obviously what he should be doing. When I get close, he probably should be throwing a few more punches, but you know, he seems to be going for the same punch constantly, which is obviously working his stamina down quicker, because I don't know if people know this, but if you throw a particular punch consecutively, it actually drains your stamina faster than if you know, use combination punches. The only thing is that why people complain about spammers so much is because if you're just using the power straight, then you can throw that, you know, every so often, and it doesn't seem to have the same effect. But this guy isn't doing that. Obviously, he's just, you know, using the uppercut maybe a few too many times. But it's affecting him more than it's affecting me, and that's the main point. So this is the second round now. I'm obviously thinking it's weird that he's backing away so much. I can't really understand why he'd be doing that if he wasn't going for a late knockdown or a late round win. So I'm thinking that, you know, he's going to wait until round 6 or 7 and then probably take me out. And if you're playing online and you're playing people and they're moving away in these early rounds, then, you know, don't be fooled, because they probably will be waiting to come at you at like round 7 or 8 and knock you down. So you've got to bear that in mind. So I'm going for the odd power straight, you know, just to try and break through that guard, or just weaken the guard a little bit, you know, just to try and make him throw a few more punches, because that's what I want him to do. My whole game plan in this is to counter, and obviously at the moment I'm not doing a great deal of damage to him, but, you know, you wait in a few more rounds time, I land maybe 2 or 3 consecutive power shots on him, hooks and power straights, and it's just unbelievable that he stays up. And there's times where, you know, I hit left, right, left, right, left, right on his head, and he's still just standing there, and it's unbelievable. You just gotta watch it. So more of the same, you know, just chasing him down. And this is the first time I've actually watched the fight back, and, you know, it's weird to see, because I didn't realise how much I was actually going forward. And it does change at intervals in the fight. He does get little sprees where he comes forward, but every time he does, he just gets completely nailed. He gets so many punches, but he just won't go down. There was a power straight there as he was throwing punches, which should have done a lot of damage to him. So obviously, again, smelling blood, I'm sort of coming forward, and he's going for that jab. There's a point in this fight where we're both a little bit tired, and he's just throwing that jab, and it's the only punch he's throwing, and he just keeps throwing it now and again, and it's really weird. It's frustrating that you can't get away from it sometimes, no matter what you do. He landed a good right hook there, and luckily for me, it's at the end of the round, and I'm thinking, you know, I know this guy now. He's just staying on the back foot, and as soon as he gets a chance, he's coming forward, and the bell obviously saved me a little bit there. So obviously a little bit more cautious this time. I'm thinking, you know, I'm not going to let you, you know, get in that game plan. So as you can see, I'm sort of moving away a little bit more, trying to make him come towards me, catch him with a jab a few times. And you can see I just can't miss. I'm just hitting him constantly, and it goes straight down there, and that's obviously a big confidence booster. And it's weird to see, because he goes down so easily there, and it's as if it's as if it just balances it out now, and he becomes almost impossible to knock down from this point onwards now. And you know, as you'll see as the fight unfolds, he takes about 5 or 6 times more damage than I just dealt in that short combination, and he still doesn't go down. So it's really weird how this game works sometimes. And but it's refreshing to see a guy that's picking Joe Frazier. I like to pick Joe Frazier now and again. The only reason I don't pick him more often is because he's a southpaw, and you know, it just doesn't bode well for me, the southpaw stance. I end up changing halfway through the fight, and obviously that's not ideal. But as I say, you know, it's nice for him to be picking Joe Frazier instead of, you know, Tyson and that all the time. I know Ali's quite overused as well, but I just didn't know who to pick. I didn't want to be Tyson, I didn't want to be Marciano, I didn't want to be Andre Bishop because I don't like to be the fictional characters. Other than Meldrick Johnson, I quite like Meldrick Johnson. That's weird. I probably could have been Meldrick Johnson actually, coming to think of it, but yeah, Ali and Frazier. There's always been that fight there, and if you go back to the original fights between those two, I mean, people sometimes slate me a little bit for it, but I think Joe Frazier was the true victor out of those 3 fights, but only because in the final fight that they did, Ali's corner was going to throw the towel in for Ali. Ali wanted to like basically drop out the fight, but I think it was the doctor or Joe Frazier's corner basically threw in the towel before they did. But Joe Frazier actually wanted to carry on. He was well up for the last round, and that's the only reason why I consider him to have won those. And I think he's a really underrated fighter as well, Joe Frazier. He's a big inspiration obviously for the Rocky films. He was the guy from Philadelphia that, you know, hit the big time and then ended up going back to his gym and stayed there. I think he lived above his gym in Philadelphia for a while. I don't know, I mean, I'm not a historian of boxing or anything like that. It's just I'm just saying he's an underrated boxer in this game. I think he's 88 rated and Ali's like 93, so obviously there's a big difference there. So I would be expected to win this anyway, to be fair. But there's just so little punches from him, and you know, it's almost as though he's just a moving punching bag at this point. But I'm obviously aware of the fact that he may be waiting for that late knockdown or that late win, and obviously that's what's keeping me from you know, going completely balls to the wall. Obviously leave comments down below if you know, your opinions on the whole Joe Frazier Ali thing. I mean, I'm not like an avid fan, I'm not like Slayton Ali or anything. He was an awesome boxer, and you know, those fights, some of them, you know, could have gone either way, and they were both boxers. They both proven that they could beat each other, so it doesn't really matter who won. You know, they both managed to beat each other, and that was that, really. So leave the comments down below on your opinion on that, and leave your opinion on this fight as well, because I will show you. You still haven't seen half of the damage that this guy takes through this fight. From now on, it's just basically me punching the crap out of him, and there's points where I'm landing power shots, and you will not believe he doesn't go down. It's incredible that he doesn't go down. And I actually exhaust a lot of my stamina basically trying to put him down, because I think he must be there, he must be about to go down, and he doesn't. Missed quite a clumsy power straight. As you can see, I'm doing a new little tactic now. Sometimes I do the side step body hook, and I'll land that a few times, and it seems to be really effective when you're against inside fighters, because as they come in with shots, if you sidestep and body hook that body, then you know, quite often you land a counter, and it's very, very good against short range fighters. But you know, you don't want to use the sidestep too much, because obviously it's going to he's going to become aware of it, and then, you know, it's not going to be as effective later on in the fight. So we're coming into like round 5 now, and literally, as you'll see in the fight, you know, there's blood all over Ali's shorts. Frazier's cut pretty damn bad now. You know, I've caught that eye. I've caught him with a lot of power straights in this fight, you've probably seen, and there's a lot of blood on my shorts. You know that he's taken a lot of damage when I hit him in the head now, because, you know, the blood, the cut eye is obviously going to increase the damage amount, and obviously he should be easier to knock down. It is not the case at all. You know, you can see he's throwing pretty wild punches to the body. When he does that, I'm trying to think, right, he's coming. When people crouch down and just keep powering your body, there's a few options. Obviously you can sidestep hook, you can backstep, power straight, or you can just, you know, do some uppercut, sidestep uppercut, whatever, you know. And he did it then. Prime example, I could have just done it then, the power straight. I think I missed that opportunity. But you don't want to do it every time, because they're gonna just stop doing it, because they know they're gonna get clocked every time. I caught him with a really good uppercut there. And I catch him with a power uppercut as well. I can't remember whereabouts it is. I think it's around about round 7ish. And I catch him with a really crisp power uppercut, and he just stands there and takes it and just carries on with what he's doing. You know, it's incredible. That it's just a really incredible fight. There's no other way to describe it. I've played this game a lot, and I've put a lot of damage on people before. Usually at this point, if I've damaged somebody this much, and I'm not proud of it, but in times in the past I've just kept people up by just jabbing them instead of punching them, and I've had them on the ropes and I just keep jabbing them, and they go on to critical stun. They'll come out, I'll jab them, they go on to critical stun, and they'll either leave, or, you know, they'll just give up and just stand there and wait until I finally knock them down. I've done that before. I'm not proud of it, but I have done that before. But never have I put this much damage on somebody through 10 rounds and them not go down more than once. It really is. It's strange, to be honest with you. It really is strange. I don't know what it was. It might not seem that mad now. Last night when I was playing this and I was doing it, it was just incredible. I was standing there and I was just flabbergasted by it. You can see he's just throwing punches, so he's just throwing stamina away. He walks off there. He doesn't look too tired when he walks off there, but you can hear it. I can hear it, obviously, maybe better than you will be able to. But when he throws some of the punches from now on, you can hear his character sort of breathing heavily and exhaling heavily, and that's obviously a telltale sign that he's getting damaged. Not that he's getting damaged, that he's fatigued. You know, he's exhausted. So he shouldn't take as many punches. His block should be weaker. But it just seems though, no matter how low his stamina gets, his block is still really effective. Maybe it's the cross guard that he's using. Maybe it's just a really nice counter pick for Ali, for hitting Frazier. It might just be difficult for Ali. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it just seems really weird how well his defense seems to hold out throughout 10 rounds through a sustained beating. But I guess he isn't throwing many punches, so I guess he isn't. Well, he's wasting punches, but he isn't landing many punches either. And obviously, that's not giving him any reason to, you know, make a sustained attack. And then obviously, maybe that's why he's saving stamina in that department. But you know, you can see it for yourself. You know, if I walk away, he'll just keep throwing on the spot for a while, and that's really got to be taking his stamina down. I'm hitting him with sidestep hooks to the body. I'm hitting him with straights to the body, and I'm clocking him constantly with jabs and straights to the head. He's just taken a sustained beating, and it doesn't get any better for him. I think he wins one round, and that's, I think he wins round 7, believe it or not, I think. And that's the only round that he wins. And even in that round, even in the round that he wins, he takes an incredible amount of damage. An absolute incredible, stupid amount of times now in this commentary, but that's the only way I can describe this fight for you. It's unbelievable. I've run out of superlatives to describe how mad this fight was for me. It was a strange fight, and like I say, leave comments down below. We really appreciate the comments we're getting. We're getting lots of comments on a lot of our videos, and we try and reply to all of them. In fact, we have replied to all of them. And you know, if you do leave any sort of messages, any suggestions, we'll reply. Any opinions, good or bad, let us know, and we'll reply. And certainly any to do with this video. If you think this guy, you know, if this wasn't very weird, let us know. If you think that you've done more damage to somebody and they've not gone down, let us know. You know, video links, whatever, we don't mind. Just let us know. Show us a clip of whatever you want to show us, and you know, we'll have a look and let you know our opinions. It doesn't matter. So back to the fight. As you can see, he's obviously backing away a bit more now. I can see that my stamina is on, you know, I'd say just around above 50% maybe. So about halfway through the fight, I'm sort of on par, I would think. This is like the bare minimum I'd want my stamina to be at. So it's not ideal for me. I'm obviously throwing a few less punches now. I'm just going with the odd jab and the odd straight like he is. I think to myself, I'm obviously winning on points, and once this guy realises that, you know, he hasn't got a prayer of winning on points anymore, he's going to have to start coming forward. So you can see the sidestep hooks that I was doing there, they worked quite well there. And obviously, as I was saying, if I'm ahead on points, he knows he's going to have to come forward. So my point is, I just want him to come forward. I just landed 6 jab straights there. I went jab straight, jab straight, jab straight, all to his head, and he just stands there and just takes them and just eats them up. He doesn't mind. He keeps throwing punches. He seems the more I hit him, the more he throws punches, and the more I hit him even more, and he just keeps on taking them. It's crazy. These aren't even the power hits yet. I start using them later on when I think this guy has got to go down. It is strange, really is. So more punches. I think he's probably landed maybe 1 or 2 shots, and they have been jabs. You know, in you know, these exchanges. Yeah, he's jabbing me. This is the point I was talking about. He's just, when I come close, he's jabbing, and it seems to just be hitting me. And then by the time I throw a hit, he seems to have already walked away, and it was just obviously a little bit frustrating there. But it's about the only thing that he could do. It's about the only punch that he's got a chance of landing, because the second he tries to throw something else, he just gets clocked with a counter hit or something like that. So you can see there, winning on points by a massive margin. This is the point I wanted now. I was expecting him to see that and go, shit, there's no way I can win this, I'm going to have to go for it. I'm expecting him to throw more punches. It's not happening. He's just standing there with his guard up, throwing the odd punch as usual. And you know, luckily for me, I was starting to time his jab a little bit and just starting to get him in the body and head counters and stuff like that. But incredible amount of punishment this guy's taking. If I was Joe Frazier, I would never have taken this many punches. A power straight there landed, counter power straight as well, and it's unreal. So he's standing there, he's taking a power straight, he's had another hook to the body, he's had another couple of hooks to the body, a hook to the head, and a power straight there. Luckily that missed, because that probably would have ended the night if that did land. Power straight there, knocked his head back, he still stands there, he's not bothered. Doesn't matter. I think I tried to do a power straight there, but I think something messed up with the buttons there. Really lucky for him to not go down there. I think, in my opinion, he took a lot of punishment, and he's obviously low stamina as well. He's focusing my body, he's targeting that body. He knows that that's the only way he's going to win, is by reducing my stamina to like a minuscule amount so he can take me out. That was another couple of power straights there, landed on him. He's still standing. He's walking away, granted, yeah, he's walking away, but I'm still hitting him while he's walking away. I've landed a couple of straights to the head, another power straight there to the head, and he's still standing. Another power straight to the head, he's still standing there, and I am hitting him as he's walking away as well. He may have gained a little bit of stamina back there from hitting me with a couple of hooks, but that is not going to stop that power straight doing damage, and it is ridiculous. Another power straight obviously just landed, another one there. It is incredible. The fact that he's standing there and eating up these power straights from a person like Ali, which his best punch is probably a straight, is unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. That power straight missed. My stamina was a bit low, obviously, and you saw there that my character was really weak. I wasted a lot of stamina trying to take him out there, and I should have taken him out. It was unbelievable. Now he's obviously moving around a bit now, and I'm thinking, yeah, he's done it. He's done what he wanted to do. He's saved his stamina right till the end, and he's just using it. He's going to use it all now. You know, he's going to come at me now while I'm weak. But he's not. He's just standing there, and he's just doing that stupid guard and bob movement, and I just don't know what to make of it. I don't know whether I should keep going, whether I should just wait it out and wait for him to come at me in round 10. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to make of it. So I'm just sort of doing the odd pop shot at him. He isn't even throwing a punch back, he's just defending now. I just don't understand it. It's really weird. He threw me off majorly at this point. I just really didn't understand it. I expected him to, because he knew that I was weak from the way that I walked off in the last round, that he'd come at me and, you know, go guns blazing with the stamina that he'd saved. But he just isn't. He's just standing there and throwing the odd punch. Obviously not much different from the rest of the fight, but the only difference there was he's just standing in one spot and not even bothering to move, which was weird. So I'm just chasing him down. His character, I can tell by the way that he's moving there that he's weak now. So I'm thinking he's got to be less stamina than me. I'm just assuming he's less stamina than me now. If he wasn't, I'm sure he'd be throwing a few more punches back. But he's just walking away, and it's just a case of me trying to knock him out now. It's just, it's like playing that, you know, that game mode on training mode where the guy's just walking away constantly and you've just got to knock him out. It's basically like that. And But this is a real person sitting there behind a controller, actually figuring out how he can actually still win this. He's probably waiting for a chance for me to get low stamina, and he'll maybe land like a power left hook or something like that, and probably, you know, catch me and put me down. That's his game plan, I would imagine, if I was him. That's the only thing I could possibly think of that's going to work for him, and that's wait, don't throw anything, wait till I mess up and then land a nice power left hook or something like that. So we're coming into round 10, this is the final round now, and this guy has got to be going for the gold now. He's got to be trying harder than he is, and he's just standing there. It's like he's happy to lose on points. He doesn't want to get knocked out, and you know, I wouldn't blame him, but at the same time, I just, if I know I'm going to win the fight and I know I'm going to win on points, I'd rather just go for the knockout. I don't like walking away for like 2 or 3 rounds and just throwing a couple of punches just to get the points win. I'd much rather get the knockout, and for no other reason other than the fact that I just enjoy it more. I just enjoy the game more. So obviously it's the same thing, just me trying to take him out. It's just I know that he's weak, I know that he's got nothing left. The reason he was keeping his guard up so much was to not give away the fact that he'd be walking really slow, and now that he revealed that in the end of the last round, obviously I can just go for him. My stamina's not the best, I can understand that. He maybe could land a nice little punch, but his punches are so weak now that I don't even think if he hit a power hook on me that it'd even do that much, because he's obviously so fatigued. But I'm not taking that many chances, I'm just standing there at the same distance doing the exact same thing he is. Don't really see the need for me to start bouncing around him and doing anything fancy, because it's just going to drain unnecessary stamina. I don't need to waste stamina, I can just clock him with a few punches. And you know, even there I've landed 2 power straights on him while he's really weak, 3 power straights on him while he's really weak, 4 power straights on him whilst he's really weak. Obviously my stamina is lower, I understand that, but he should still be able to go down with less than that, and he is just completely ruined now, and that's it. He's finally gone down. The toughest Joe Frazier I've ever faced since I've ever played this game, Xbox, PS3. That is the toughest fighter I've ever taken on. Not tough because I thought I might get knocked out or anything like that. Tough because he just took so many punches and exhausted every bit of stamina I had, and it took everything, you know, all of the attacking techniques I've ever learned and experienced to take him out eventually and to not have to go to points. But win's a win. I finally got it in the end, and I think you can see the judges' scorecards, unanimous win anyway, and you know, total fights 4, high score, I've still got that. I don't really know how I've still got that, to be honest with you. But that's it, I'm not sure if the stats come up. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.